in Kazakhstan. It's about defying the odds,
Yeah.
competing with the dominant portal.
Thanks, Simon.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. Yeah, I've called my presentation today Defying the Odds because the essence of what I want to tell you is basically how we, despite having very limited resources, are able to quite successfully compete for the property market in Kazakhstan by applying a very creative strategy. I would like to start by saying a few words about our company. And okay, so the company was founded in 2014 in Ukraine. And I'm not here to talk about the war, but I think this is a good moment to say a few words about it because I want to. Yeah, I'm Ukrainian myself. We have a headquarters there. We have a team here. They're a wonderful team of the people and animals and hamsters in the office. And yeah, last year was very tough for us. But you know, we're alive and kicking. We fought for all the challenges that went our way. And yeah, with the help of the wonderful people in this community as well, yeah, we look forward to continuing. And I can definitely tell you that I have an outstanding team in Ukraine because these guys know how to ship products and develop features during wartime when there's, you know, all kinds of things happening. So yeah, next time your development team tells you that they're worried about the deadlines, tell them that there's guys out there who are, you know, very stress resistant. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. Appreciate it. So Homsters is a company with a focus on new construction developments. That's what we've been doing since day one. We are active in 4 markets as of now, 3 markets in Europe, which I'm going to talk about a little. But largely today I will be talking about Kazakhstan, because I think it's very applicable to the Asian conference, and we have a lot of interesting experience to share from this market. And last but not least, since last year, we are a part of a big Swiss media company called Ringier. They've acquired us 100%. Yeah, so that's some of the news of what happened in 2022. So also wanted to tell you a few words about Kazakhstan because I understand some of you might not be very familiar with the market. Kazakhstan is the 9th largest country in the world. It's very vast. It has a population of 20 million people, and it's growing all the time, quite rapidly. It has a booming new constructions market, and in the region of Central Asia and Caucasus, it's the richest country by GDP per capita. So it's not Singapore, but it's a healthy economy, steady economy, and there's good opportunities for business there. So yeah, I would like to explain how me and a few other guys out of Ukraine ended up doing business in Kazakhstan. So what happened is back in 2014, we were running a digital marketing agency out of Ukraine. And some of our customers were actually property developers. We were running, you know, Google, Facebook, all kinds of online campaigns for them. And a few of our customers turned out to be from Kazakhstan, large developers from Kazakhstan. You know, what we saw is that there was no proper product in that market where if I'm a buyer of real estate, I can go and compare all new constructions in the market. There was nothing like that. So we thought, okay, that's a good opportunity there. And we knew about that kind of products in other markets. So we should go and create that. And the property portal business, let's say by 2015, when we've developed our product in that market, was like this. There was a dominant portal in the market. It's basically a newspaper from the 1990s that then turned the portal. They were super well known in the market from the newspaper days, and they had, as the graph here shows, like 8 times the traffic of any other competitors. So they're like #1 player in the market. So if we had to compete with them face to face, like we would never be able to do that. We didn't have the resource to do that. So we had to think a bit differently. So our initial strategy was to create a niche vertical marketplace for the primary market, for the search of the new homes. And why we thought that makes sense? Because it's a huge revenue pool, because we knew from our digital marketing experience that developers have the money to spend. Mortgage banks are also interested in financing the primary market, and they also have the money to spend. We thought that this is a different customer journey, and there are different pain points. So we could do things a bit differently. We thought that this industry, this segment, is traditionally neglected by classifieds, meaning that, yeah, they focus on their listing business, and that would be primarily secondary market. So yeah, in the primary market, there's a good opportunity. And by the users, it's favored, meaning that in emerging markets, I'm sure many of you know that, a vast majority of the users like to buy primary market because the secondary housing is usually not a high quality. So the users, up to 70% in certain markets, would prefer primary over secondary. Okay, so there's a need, yeah, and then nobody's addressing it. So we're going to do that. So our initial value proposition for the home buyer was basically we're going to create a marketplace with all the information in the market. We would list every new construction in the country, ourselves actually. We didn't even ask developers to do anything. We just put them all online, and we would fill it with content, all kinds of stuff. Reviews, comments, amazing pictures. We'd even sometimes go and take pictures ourselves, so we just had to make sure it's a great service where you can go and compare everything. And on the developer side, obviously, we just came in the market, and if we came to them saying, okay, pay to list, we'd never be able to scale. So we just listed them all, and we said, guys, if you want to work with us, we will give you a pay-per-lead deal. Pay-per-lead. So that was a good idea in hindsight, because that actually allowed us to really quite quickly establish ourselves, and we're basically saying there's nothing to lose. You want to try working with us, we'll be giving you leads, and you'll be paying us for these leads. So that worked. It worked quite well. We were able to establish the business. In 2016, we really started proper operations, and our revenue started growing quite quickly. So, however, as you can imagine, what happens next is the empire strikes back, as I call it. Meaning the competitors saw, okay, these guys are making money, makes sense. So why don't we do the same, right? So we ended up in a situation in 2019 where the big guys I spoke about, they basically created a copy of our product. They just openly said it, we're going to do the same. And there's another big competitor, international competitor, who also entered the market. So all of a sudden, instead of us being the only ones, there's now 3 players, and we're probably, by the resources that we had, we were the smallest. Okay, we're screwed. So what do? So we had to sit down and really rethink our strategy, because as I said before, there's no way we're going to compete with the guys who've been there for 30 years and who are, way bigger than us. So what we did is we thought about, okay, what are the assets that we have? And the assets that we had was already in 4 years of operations, we had very good relationships with developers, established relationships. We had excellent customer service because we were there 24/7 for them. We're quick, we're agile, not like a typical portal where you send a message and 2 weeks later somebody writes back, yeah, we missed your message, sorry. We had data about the market, about the supply and demand. And we had the focus. That's very, very important because we could do things other guys couldn't do because we really focused on this segment. So we changed from the initial strategy of just being a marketplace into the provider of sales and marketing solutions for the new primary market. So what it means is we sat down and we thought about the property developer pain points and their journey. Like, what is it that they're facing that we can help with? So they are, a developer, they have a planning stage when they think, okay, what land do I buy? What do I build there? How do I price this? How do I sell it? How do I market it? How do I build my brand? And for each one of these problems, we tried to create a solution with the help of the products. And I'm going to show you what kind of products we came up with and how they helped us. So first is the data. It's very important, and we see a lot of people talking about data, how you can monetize data, and this is one of the things that we did. So we created a marketing analytics product, market analytics, where as a developer, if I'm wondering, okay, where do I buy land? What do I build in this land? How do I price whatever I build? There's a data product in our system for you you can get access to. Like, okay, how do my competitors price their offers? How should I do it? Where's the biggest demand? Like, what kind of apartments are people looking for in this district of the city? Yeah, it's very valuable, and it's helped us monetize the data that we had. Next is obviously online promotion. Now, this is where we were the strongest, and we said, okay, we're going to try to expand this category of products. Obviously, the marketplace itself is going nowhere. We're going to still keep doing that. But also, we're going to think of other products for online. Like, for example, if I'm a property developer and I'm just launching a new project, nobody knows about it yet. So the best audience to communicate this to would be an audience of a vertical portal dedicated to new developments, right? So we said, okay, guys, if you want to announce your project, we can send a custom email to our database for your new development. We'll agree with you the design, you'll make it nice and smooth, and yeah, we're going to charge you for that. And that's been very successful, and they like doing that, and yeah, they absolutely love it. And also, we leveraged our experience from digital marketing because we said, okay, if you list with us in certain packages, not only we're going to list you on our marketplace, but we're also going to provide you an external marketing boost. Meaning we're going to list you, we're going to remarket you to all kinds of engines. We're going to also push you to Facebook. We're going to push you to Google, GDN, yada, yada, yada. So basically, we're going to take care of, let's say, all your digital marketing needs. Yeah, so we combined the marketplace experience with the agency experience. And that really helped us increase our average checks well, because I think at the moment we are one of the most successful companies in terms of monetizing customers. Our average checks are quite high. On average, one new development project pays us more than $1,000 a month for working with us, for one project. Next. With the help of, when we go into sales part, with the help of our shareholders, namely Simon here, who was our shareholder and helped us, we've built a transactional product. Now, I can speak a lot about the transactional journey. We've been in this for 3 years. I don't think I have enough time to go through all of it, but just the highlights is that we have built an agent network, both internal and external. This is an image of us in one of the cities in Kazakhstan with our team of agents. We have built a software for that. We've built a call center software, which turned out to be really, really useful. And we've built the agency software internally to be able to control the process. We've got mandates from developers to sell their projects, and we even got some exclusive mandates. Well, just to give you one number, last year we sold 500 apartments in 2022 in this model. I mean, it could have been more, but we think it's a very valuable addition to our business. The problem of why it's not more for us is because in Kazakhstan, the problem is low commissions. On average, in a non-exclusive deal, a commission is 1%. So we think it's not enough to keep doing this on more scale. We're going to focus on getting more exclusive deals where the commission can be much higher. Moving on. Not only online, we realized that we have the capabilities to actually create an offline portal, we can call it. So for those of you who were in the masterclass, Simon showed our slides from the expo. This is a real example of an expo which we did in Astana last year. So here are some of the figures. We collect property developers, mortgage banks, and any other partners who are interested with interested home buyers. So in this event, we had 8,000 visitors, home buyers attend. We had 20 partners present around 50 new development projects. We have a direct profit margin of 20%, and we sold as our transactional entity 14 apartments directly ourselves at this event. Plus, it's a great B2B tools because we're basically telling developers, you know, you see what's happening here right now in this expo? That's what's happening online every day on our portal. So make sure to subscribe to our marketplace services. Yeah, but if any of you are thinking, okay, I should start doing that, it took us 10 events to make it right. So we're now at, I think, 11th or 12th, and the first 10 were not easy. But now we cracked the code, I think. One more thing we started doing is call center. So there's a problem with developers where they have extra demand. For example, November, December in Kazakhstan are like peak demand months when everybody wants to buy apartments. And there's big developers who are saying, oh, I cannot handle all this demand. And we were always telling everybody how we have an amazing call center solution, the software and the team. And at the moment, we have another business line where we're basically serving as a call center outsource for large developers. Because for us, it's the same thing, to process customers coming from our marketplace or to process the customers of the developers. And finally, the brand support. There's all kinds of products that we've developed in terms of branding to help developers leverage their brands, promote their brands in the market. So it's things like Developer of the Month, Project of the Month, banners, and we're now working on a video format, something like Breakfast with Developer, where we're going to be posting this to our YouTube channels and SMM and stuff like that. So all this set of products really helped us grow our business in Kazakhstan. So here's some of the key figures. Our core category, marketplace and digital products, we call it, grew from 2018 to 2022 by 87%. That's great, despite the fact that we have two competitors fighting against us. But also, we were able to generate 40% of new revenue from new products that basically didn't exist before. And all in all, in these 5 years, we managed to grow our revenues by 209%. And I think there's good outlook that this year is going to be better than that. So I guess the summary for our Kazakhstan story is that we really leveraged our assets, built from our strengths, and that allowed us to keep growing our business under difficult competitive circumstances. But that's not the end yet, because we're now at stage 4, which is international expansion. So basically the playbook that I just explained, which we've developed in Kazakhstan, we have scaled it to Europe quite successfully at the moment in 3 markets. We've launched in Poland with the guys called Group Marizongradka. We've launched in Switzerland with Swiss Marketplace Group, and we've launched in Serbia with the guys called Infostud. And the way we look at partnerships is how we scale into different countries is we provide the software, we provide the know-how, basically this playbook, how to do everything that I've just told you about, and we help running this business, while our partners provide local brand, local knowledge, local team to run the business. And together, we are building leaders in new construction segment. So that would be all for me. If you're interested in anything new construction related, please reach out to me. It was my pleasure to speak to you. Thank you.
Dmitry, thank you for that. Super interesting, the growth of the business and the fact that you're then leveraging the technology to work with other partners. And as we talked about yesterday about sort of Fuzwa's teaming up with .property and thus releasing opportunity in the transaction engine, it seems like, especially in these other international expansion, you're taking that same logical approach. Taking your transaction engine and then working with Ringier to then grow the business. So well done. How is Ringier involved in operations, and do you share insights with their other portals?
Yeah, I think they're quite involved. We're actually really happy to have them as shareholders. They're really helping us. I wouldn't say they're involved in the sense of they're telling us what to do, but they're really helping us with insights from other markets. And at the moment, we are working with them to be able to scale our solution also to some of the Ringier markets. The country is active in 18 countries. So hopefully we'll be stepping in a few more in the coming years.
Okay. Who is the international competitor in Kazakhstan?
Yeah, by now there's actually a few more guys. I would say obviously the local guys are called Krisha, Ed mentioned them. The international guys are called Korter. They're also Ukrainian guys, by the way, but they're doing business in many countries, but they're very active in Kazakhstan.
Okay. Congratulations on the journey in these challenging times. What are some of the key learnings you found in selling to Ringier?
I think what we did is it was not like an instant they came out of nowhere and they just bought the company. They were with us since quite some time. They were a minority shareholder since 2019 because they were interested in what we were doing. And then throughout the years, we were able to prove to them that we know what we're doing. We've integrated with some of their businesses. Some of the countries in Europe are actually either fully or partially owned by Ringier. So they really helped us in that regard. And, 3 years later, we were able to prove them that we know what we're doing and they were interested in acquiring us.
What is the model of the call center and your software? What's the model? Yeah. What's the process?
Oh, it's a very interesting area of business. I'm very excited actually about it. So first, there's a few things to address. First of all, we actually really use our call center as a tool to generate leads for all kinds of our categories of business. So basically, there's a user profile that we've built. It's enriched from data from all data sources. And then there's a recommended engine. And when a call center agent calls you, they're able to basically tell you, hey, from our data, we can recommend you A, B, C, D. How about you, check out these projects? And that's helping us in the marketplace business. And that's also helping us in the transactional business because we can also do like lead verification with help of call center. In terms of when we're monetizing the call center directly, it's basically, as I said, there's a developer, actually a few of them, who have peak demand, and they are not able to handle it. So we're saying just redirect this flow of leads to us. We're going to handle it in your stead, basically as your outsourced call center. We're going to say that we're developer A, and yeah, we're going to consult your customers. And that's a latest product that we've developed. We've had it about 6 months, but we already have contracts now throughout the whole of 2023 to keep doing this.
Okay, excellent. Is there any analytic product for developers to either get more monetization or as a value, or is it a value add in the marketing deal?
Yeah, it's both. We monetize it directly. Okay, you can buy the analytics product and just get access to the analytics in our management panel. Or there's one more thing that we do, and it's a trick to get exclusive transactions. Where basically, if there's a developer who has a piece of land and they don't know what to build in it, and they're still thinking about the concept, we're saying, okay, you can have the analytics for free, or we can even actually prepare the analytics for you based on the data that we have, but then you must commit to being our exclusive partner for transactions in return. And it makes sense, it's a win-win for everyone, and that's how it works.
Okay, we'll do another call center one. In your call center, how much are you sharing, I guess that means with the developers, or are they paid daily?
Like, yeah, see, people are very interested in this model. It's like, how it usually works is we agree like a fee per action. It's like almost like a cost per lead. And then let's imagine a developer would pay us, I don't know, $2 for a setup meeting, and we would give $1 to a call center agent. And they're on KPIs, and yeah, we monetize it.
Okay. Did you meet any resistance from developers, their internal marketing teams at the beginning of the journey?
I don't think so, because it depends on who you talk in the developers team. We were always trying to position ourselves more like the partners of their marketing team. Like, we can help them solve their problems as opposed to we can help the developer get rid of them. And I think that's a key aspect.
Okay. If you have a transaction model, wouldn't all the marketing or advertising type customers switch to a transaction model?
Yeah, it's our call, because we try to think quite thoroughly about what we offer to whom. Like, we would not offer transactional model to certain customers. Just one example, we would never offer transactional model to a luxury project, because it's going to be hard to sell. People will not convert, and we're going to lose money. So for them, it might not even be paid to lead. At the moment, we already can give them a paid to list model. But if it's like a great hot project that we're always going to sell, of course, we can take them on the transactional model.
Okay. 2 other questions. Are you going to transactions in other markets? Is this model a basic playbook? Where the conditions, are the commissions going to be higher?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're trying to do, because as I said, we've done, I think, really tremendous job. In Kazakhstan, we sold last year 500 apartments. By the way, we do it even with 1%. We do it with like a 30+% direct profit margin. So, but the problem is that in Kazakhstan, it's $500 per apartment for us, right? So it's like I have to do so much work to get a profit of $150. Like, it doesn't make sense. But the playbook is there, the system is there, the process is there. So now what I want to do is I want to move it to more developed markets where the commissions are higher, and just repeat the story. And we're already doing this. And this year, even I think not this quarter, in a couple months, we're going to launch it in one European market.
Okay. And what arrangements or structure do you have between Homsters and the local partners in other countries?
Yeah. So basically, we try to position it more like partners, that we are interested in a rev share / profit share model. That's the core component of what we earn money from, being the partners. But there's more to it, but whoever's interested, whoever's asked that question, let's talk and I'll explain you more.
Okay. Dmitry, thank you very much. Always great hearing how you're going. Thank you.
Thank you.